The question of intuition is hotly debated among psychologists, philosophers, and artists, and it has been a source of much research and thought in my life. My grandmother Stella Waitzkin, a boldly creative abstract expressionist, painter, and sculptor, used to tell me intuition was the hand of God. Artists often refer to intuition as a muse. In the introduction, I mentioned that one philosophy professor of mine at Columbia University told me, rather profoundly, that the very notion of intuition is incoherent. It doesn't exist. In my opinion, intuition is our most valuable compass in this world. It is the bridge between the unconscious and the conscious mind, and it is hugely important to keep in touch with what makes it tick. If we get caught up in narcissistic academic literalism, that we dismiss intuition as non-existent because we don't fully understand it, or if we blatantly consider the unconscious to be a piece of machinery that operates mystically in a realm that we have no connection to, then we lose the rich opportunity to have open communication with the wellspring of our creativity. For much of this book, I have described my vision of the road to mastery. You start with the fundamentals, get a solid foundation fueled by understanding the principles of your discipline, then you expand and refine your repertoire guided by individual predispositions, while keeping in touch, however, abstractly with what you feel to be the essential core of the art. What results is a network of deeply internalized, interconnected knowledge that expands from a central personal locus point. The question of intuition relates to how that network is navigated and used as fuel for creative insight. Let's begin the plunge into this issue with chess serving as a metaphor for all disciplines. The clearest way to approach this discussion is with imagery of chunking and carved neural pathways. Chunking relates to the mind's ability to assimilate large amounts of information into clusters that is bound together by certain patterns or principles particular to a given discipline. The initial studies on this topic were conveniently performed on chess players who were considered to be the clearest example of sophisticated unconscious pattern integration. If you're interested in this book, I'll leave a link in the description. I love this book by Josh Waitzkins. If you don't want to buy the book, or you don't have access, can't afford it, or whatever, or you can't have access to it, there's a podcast interview with Tim Ferriss. It's an amazing interview. A lot of his stuff just ties into so much about deadlifting and powerlifting and strength training and writing, entrepreneurship and being a parent and just being a more better human being as far as improving yourself, which is probably why you watch my channel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I'll leave a link to the book, but also a link to the podcast, which of course is free. Take a look at that. If you got a comment or if you read the book, I would like to engage in conversation. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.